So we're getting into another internal villain, that being Mucardia. So let's get on in with the info. Mucardia is one of the villains in Yes Percure 5 Gogo. He is a member of Eternal, and is an extremely good-looking man. A trait he uses to approach the Percures, especially Ren. His true form is a humanoid centipede. Mucardia comes from the 5th season of Percure, Yes Percure 5 Gogo. He made his debut in episode 25 and comes from Eternal. He has the power to make Hiroshina. In magic tricks as a magician, he is voiced by Ryato Okayu. His human alias, Mucardia, has pink eyes and long, pale blonde hair. His skin has a gray undertone to it. He wears a magenta suit with an orange shirt underneath. In addition to this, he also wears 2 necklaces. As the employee of Eternal, Mucardia wears a maroon suit with a purple scarf, with orange bands on his arms and its fastens to the front. Underneath, he wears purple pants. When changed into combat form, he has pink skin, long nails, and a solid green eyes. His hairline becomes sharper and his hair becomes longer. He also gains a red antenna. He wears a red bodysuit covered with blue spikes, which can be extended to attack his enemies. He seems to act like a gentleman and is quite mannerly, but his true color is that he's cunning and manipulative man. He has a calm demeanor, however, he can act more erratic when things do not go his way. Mucardia has Anaconda's favor at first, but slowly loses it as the series progresses. He compliments her at first, though it is like a jest to be a front to gain her approval. She grows more and more displeased with him, at one point even attempting to aid in his defeat when he was about to deliver a letter she did not want the boss to see. He later wants to take her position at Eternal. Rin has a crush on Mucardia's human persona, however this changes when she finds out he's one of the enemies, which makes her upset, and all that. You should look at Rin's info for that. His name comes from Mucade, which translates to centipede in Japanese. It might also be from the moth genius Mucardia. He first disguised himself as Kyosuke Mamoe to get closer to the chairs, targeting Karen Minazuki and Rin Natsuki by playing tennis with them. Later, he came to Nut's house, pretending to be in the area to put on a magic show. He used his powers to shrink the girls down to size of ants. He then edges closer to Ren so that he can steal more intel from them, until Bumby exposes him when they encounter each other at a cake shop. Mucardia was shocked to see Bumby there, and they argued, accidentally revealing that they were from Eternal in the process. He once tricked the Cures into the magic studio and gave himself a disguise with a mask and some makeup. One by one, the girls lost to him because he cheated until Karen was left. He challenged her to a coin toss, but Karen won against him after she tossed it ahead. Desperately trying to suppress Anaconda, he soon decided to report Syrup so that he can gain information about his background and replace Anaconda. Nevertheless, he got killed by Boss in the end after delivering Flora's letter to Boss. In the Percure All-Stars DX2, he is revived and works alongside other restored villains to defeat the Percure and capture the Rainbow Jewel. Mucardia is very strong. He can hold off Rainbow Rose Explosion and is also a skilled magician. He uses his mysterious techniques to attempt to take away the Rose Pact. He also has the ability to float and seems to conjure things out of nowhere. For example, while he was standing in the sky, he could conjure up a chair behind him. He can also summon other objects as well, such as a microphone, flower, and tea. When transformed into his combat form, Mucardia can attack using blue spikes, which extend from his outfit. Fact 1. Mucardia is the only Eternal member who has an alter ego, Kyosuke Momoi. His other alter ego is Mr. Magic. Mucardia shares his voice actor with Chutaro, Amban, and Kenji, which to me, his hairstyle makes me think of Inky from Saint Seiya. I wonder why. But I won't get into the Omega in the room. Get the joke? And that is Mucardia. Next time, I will be talking about Anaconda. So see you next time.